Okay, so what we're reviewing today is the MMX 80mm throttle body adapter kit. Here is the actual adapter itself. So as you can see, this is not a straight through 80mm. This tapers down to the throttle body inlet size. You can see the machining on it and everything. It's actually, a pretty nice solid piece. It's fairly lightweight, but that's one of the pieces. Comes with a gasket. Comes with the most important part, which is this harness. This is a V6 to V8 harness. Comes with all of this hardware in here, the initial bolts that screw into the throttle body and the bolts that you're going to use to screw the 80mm throttle body itself into the car. Move this over some. And you got to get yourself obviously an 80mm throttle body. I don't know if it'll show the part number. There is your part number right there. That's the one that I have. So it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. I had these green bolts that came with it whenever I got the part in the mail. So another critical part that you'll need in order to install the 80mm is this 3.5 to 3.5 coupler. The one that's on the throttle body now is a 73mm throttle body, I believe, and it's only a 3-inch. You gotta step it up half an inch, plus this piping is 3.5. So first bit you'll need is an 8mm. That's what comes on both of these. Don't have to loosen it all the way, just loosen it enough that you can, make it break free and wiggle around. Just like that. So here I have my 11. I'm gonna use that to take off these two couplers here, and this isn't the same for everyone. It depends on what couplers you have. What I'm gonna do is slide my first tube out and pry this out of here, just like that. Look at that amount of oil. I have a catch can in the car now, but yeah. I'm gonna pop off these clips, take off this coupler here. Go ahead and do that now, actually. Take off this coupler. So then what we have is this clip here, these 4 bolts, and it doesn't look like much else. Should pop right off. And then this clip should pop right off. This clip right here is going to clip into the rest of that harness that I just showed you. The bolts that are on the actual throttle body itself are also an 8mm, so you're going to want to use an 8mm to get those off. This is overkill. You don't need this long of an extension. So what you're first going to do is take off this clip. Don't want to break it. Just pop it out. Then pull off your connector. There's a retaining clip that clips it onto here. Pull that off, set it over to the side, and then that should be it for that. Snap this on here. You got 4 8mm bolts. Just like that. Comes right off. So there's a gasket on the back side. You're going to want to make sure you take that out. And slide that right back inside of here. We're going to grab some microfiber tiles and clean that up. We'll pull off this gasket, clean this up too. You just might as well clean it up since you're already here. So here's your comparison between the throttle bodies. You can obviously see this is a smaller one. Putting them in side of one another. There's so much play that it's like tapping to the sides. World of a difference, huh? Okay, so you got your adapter plate here. Take it this way, and it goes at an angle, so it will look a little funny. You line it up with the pinholes on both sides, and it lines right up. So this is how it'll sit on the car. It's not flat, it is tilted. So don't be nervous whenever you see it like that. Okay, so once that is on the car, you're going to take your 4 bolts and then throw them into the intake. You'll need a T25 bit to screw them in. Screw that in there like that, and it is on there solid. So as far as the transition into here, it is a bump right here. This could be milled down some, but throughout the rest of it, it is actually fairly nice. So we take our Cosmic gasket and we're going to install this on there now. These are the spacers that will go on to the screws. You want to throw them on there so that they're facing down and that this is completely sat flushed inside of the throttle body. These are fine threads, so you do not want to mess any of these up. Like that, snaps in, clips in. Slide right over. Push that clamp in, that needs to be pushed in. But yeah, everything is good. Gonna go ahead and start up the car and see if it does anything different. FYI, you can't run this little foam stuff, so I'm gonna tear this all off to make sure it clears, because that is, you know, obviously bigger. Yo, he removed the parked rev limiter and I did not know that. Oh my god. When I first stepped on it, bro, like I was like, oh no, it did not. Did it just over rev? Bro, oh my god. That is gonna sound insane. I don't even know what to say. Throttle body's good, obviously. But that was crazy. So okay, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. All I can say is that I'm actually thoroughly impressed with the product that they put out. Like I said, the machining on the transition between the throttle body and the actual adapter itself could have been better, but it's not like it's this new, just cutting edge piece that's gonna, you know, fit. They did the best that they could, and I guess, you know, it works. It looks good.